Hello there, welcome back to my channel. It is Tuesday, July 29th, and this is day 2 of my classroom setup vlogs. The goal today is to unpack a bunch of stuff that I had at home that I finally brought in, move some things around, make a couple of slight adjustments, label some things, and then see where we're at. Okay, first, if you missed day 1 of my classroom setup vlogs, go back and watch that, because if you look at my classroom right now, it looks almost all put together, but I promise there are still some lingering things. Plus, I have a bunch of stuff that I brought in from home, so we still have plenty to do. Number 2, I don't remember what number 2 was, but I know there was a number 2.
Michael, your memory has failed you greatly.
I'm sure I'll think of it. Number 3, we're not gonna judge my shorts, okay? Hold on, let me show you. Yes, they are super wrinkly. I packed these with me on my cruise, did not wear them, and when I came home, I was like, you know what, we're not gonna wash them. We're just gonna wear them for classroom setup, because I'm gonna get sweaty anyway. These have traveled all around the world, okay? The wrinkles are warranted. Okay, I just brought a bunch of things in from my car, so we're gonna start with that. Now, I already showed you this in one of my summer vlogs, but this is my sign for Welcome Walk, which Welcome Walk is when we as teachers go around to our students' houses, and it's how, like their actual houses, it's how they find out who their teacher is for the upcoming school year. Rather than posting a class list, we all go and knock on their doors. I've gotten a lot of questions about this, so next week we have Welcome Walk on Thursday. I will explain more in that vlog, but I wanted to have a sign to be able to bring with me to take pictures with my students. It's so cute. It says, proud member of Mrs. Emerson's class family. And I'm gonna get a little 4 balloon, like a balloon shaped like number 4. In fact, I need to put that on my to-do list of things that I need, because I have a big one, which you'll see in my bag, but I need a small one. Okay, things to buy, small number 4 balloon. Okay, but I had this custom made on a website. It's kind of that like plastic corrugated material that yard sale signs are made out of. And I really like that it folds up, so it should be nice and easy to store. So this is gonna end up going in that cabinet. Then I have, Sterilite bins. Now these are the mini size bins, and I got a 6-pack. So they look like this. Unfortunately, I don't think they make these in black anymore. I looked, I searched, I was unsuccessful, so I settled for white. It's fine. Now, I purchased these with Amazon gift cards. I know I've shared this before, but I'm gonna just share it again. I use the app Fetch, which it's a free app. You download it, and you just scan your receipts and you get points. A typical receipt will give you 25 points, but then they will have bonuses where if you bought certain items, you can get extra points. And so I look at the bonuses, I try to strategize my grocery shops, if you will, and then you also get points for referrals. So if you have not signed up for Fetch and you want to, I will leave my, well, I'll put a QR code on the screen, and I will leave my Fetch like link or referral code or whatever. Once you sign up and you scan your first receipt, you will get bonus points. So I love Fetch because I basically hoard my points all year long, and then in the summer, I redeem them all for Amazon gift cards to put toward my classroom. So that's how I got these, but I'm gonna be reorganizing some of my shelves over by kind of my library area. I will show you that today. Let me go ahead and sit down. Okay. Let's start with not this bag, because this one is a hot mess. These are all things that I had at home in my office that were delivered over the summer or that I made, and I just kind of waited to bring it all in at once. So let's go through this first tote bag. I don't even remember what some of this is. Oh, I'm excited about these. Okay, so these are replacement clips for hanging all of my posters on this bulletin board. You may remember, and I mentioned it in my last vlog, the little plastic, well, they weren't plastic, they were metal clips that had push pins on the back that I used last year. Did not love them. They were falling apart, and when I came back into my classroom, only one poster was remaining. So my solution, we'll see if they work, are these, they were called cubicle clips, but basically it has like the prongs in the back that you slide into the bulletin board, and then it has a clip on the front. So I don't know, keep your fingers crossed for me. We're gonna try them out today. Hopefully those work, at least better than the previous ones that I had. What is next? Oh, this was my science notebook from last year that I brought home with me over the summer so I could redo the notes pages. Then we have my little like basic daily planner. I'll put that there. And then I was gonna say, I know we got some stickers. So this is something I mentioned in a summer vlog. I want my students to kind of decorate their notebook covers with stickers. I had a student who did it last year and I was like, oh, that's adorable. Every time I gave her a sticker on her paper, she would put it on her notebook. So I got some like basic math and science stickers. And so at the beginning of the year, I will give them some and then they can earn stickers throughout the year to go on their notebook, like fancier stickers. I got a couple of books. So this was a book that I came across at some point when I was starting to look through our first like module of math, which is very place value heavy. It's called 100 Billion Trillion Stars. And I figured this would be a great book to be able to pair with that. I love pairing picture books with math as much as possible as a way to like introduce a topic or just make it more engaging. And then shout out to Amanda, who purchased these for my Amazon wish list. So the reasons for the seasons, and then the moon book. So we have a unit in science where we talk all about the seasons, the amount of daylight, and we talk about the phases of the moon. And I didn't really have a lot of resources for that because it wasn't something I had taught before. So I'm very, very excited to be able to utilize these this upcoming school year. This is just a reusable bag to deliver some things to my team teacher. Then, oh, these were also from Amanda. So these are some let me take them out so you can actually see them. Okay, so these are some moon phases posters. And what I really love is they come like already laminated, but there's several of them in the pack because then it goes into like each individual phase. It shows where the moon is in relation to the earth and the sun. And I know that these will come in handy. This will be something that I put up around the room when we work on that unit. Yay. Okay, for now, this is gonna get stored in my rainbow drawers where I keep my like unit materials. Okay, this is a folder of stuff from ISTE that I need to be able to show to like my technology person and whatnot. Then this is a bunch of stuff that I printed and laminated / also had at home, like things from PDs and whatnot. I also have a big laminated copy of my team teacher's head so that when she's out on maternity leave, I can have her head for various pictures and things like on a stick. But that's it for that bag. This one, it's a hodgepodge. These are extra camera batteries that I had to order because I lost my other ones. They just disappeared. This is a hole punch, but it is a 10mm hole punch. So rather than your traditional hole punch that you would use to put things in a binder, this one is a little bit wider. And the reason I got this is because I make a lot of pencil tags, and previously I would cut a little slot and slide the pencil through, but with this, I'll be able to hole punch it and slide the pencil through. And I feel like that will make my life easier. We have curling ribbon because we're gonna be prepping some things. We have a whole bunch of labels that I made yesterday that I'm gonna take you through today. And then I have a bunch of stuff I prepped for back to school, keychains, pencil tags, all of that fun stuff. But I'm gonna be putting this together in a future vlog. So stay tuned because that one is coming. This is another tripod. I had some extra of these bags at home. Y'all know I love these. I get them on Amazon. They come in various sizes. They're just plastic zipper pouches. It's these zipper pouches, but I love that you can get them in a variety of sizes, and I use them for storing like game pieces or organizing things within other bins. They're just fantastic. I mentioned the number 4. I have a big number 4 that will be in my classroom for our howdy, which is when students come and visit our classroom and drop off their supplies before the first day of school. And I always have a big number 4 balloon for them to take pictures with.
$400. Who wants $4?
I mentioned pencils, so I picked these up at Target. I just couldn't resist. Ugh. They are apple scented pencils, and then they have little apple designs. They're very cute. So I got enough for me and my switch teacher so that we can give them to both of our classes probably on the Friday of the first week of school. And then I already have little tags made for those. They're just adorable. Oh, this is, I shared about this in the ISTE vlog, the little make-a-do kind of sample kit. And again, I'm gonna show this to my tech person who does all of our makerspace stuff because I think it would be great for that. These are my keys. Oh, I forgot, I've got a backpack. Okay, the rest of this is all math word wall cards. So basically, I just printed out the various vocabulary words, laminated them, cut them out, and put magnets on the back. So I'm not gonna take those out of the bag, but those will be for constructing my math word wall. Then one of my summer purchases, kind of random, but I wanted a vase to keep in my classroom because sometimes you get flowers and then if you don't have somewhere to put them, like it can be kind of awkward. So this is just a basic vase to put flowers in, but it's plastic, so I don't have to worry about it getting knocked over and shattering. Let's see what's in here, because honestly, most of the stuff in my teacher bag was put in here at the start of summer and just never left. So that pocket's empty, that one feels empty. I feel like there's probably not anything really in here. Okay, let's just go to the big pocket. This is just a like basic hand towel that I keep in my classroom because y'all know the paper towels you have in your classroom are not good at actually absorbing things. So I always like to have another little towel just in case there's like a big water spill and I need it. More stickers. So again, these will be like prizes that students can earn, and I'm gonna organize them in the mini Sterilite bins. Oh, these are just label tapes for Label Maker. I had that for when I organized the resource room. We have some sticky notes. I think I got these as an end of the year gift. We have another towel. I use this for like cleaning off my whiteboards. It's just a microfiber towel. Then we have my Kahoot capes that I got from Kahoot at ISTE, which I'm really excited about. Some of the little prize items that I'm gonna allow my students to earn: Kahoot, lanyard, and socks. And then this is a new doorstop. Shout out to Michelle who got this from my Amazon wish list because rest in peace, my pizza doorstop from last year. If you know, you know, it did not make it. So this is a new kind of heavier duty like metal one, but it has the grip. So really excited about that. The little things, you know? We have some pens. Again, these are an end of the year gift. We have some gum. That was an end of the year gift. We have some more stickers. I think these ones are specifically math, but these ones are on a roll, literally. And ooh, Flair pens. And I'm excited because these are the bold ones. So they're a thicker tip. And then, what is this? Oh, this is a second step pin, which again, will be something my students can earn if they want. Then we have a bunch of random stuff. Okay, we have a pin. We have some more pins. These are all ISTE things. And then we have some extra random magnets. And that's it. So, whew, that was a lot of stuff. Okay, let's get a move on. Okay, welcome to my bookshelf. I know the lighting is horrible. We're just gonna have to deal with it. My plan for these drawers is to put them on the shelves to consolidate some of my kind of prize material and my like classroom incentives. So, for example, my brain booster. This was a little award that I would give out randomly to students, not randomly, but I would give it out when students had like a really above and beyond insight or did something that obviously boosted their brain. So with this, I would give them, hold on, it's gonna be a lot of rearranging. Okay, so they would get from me a thing of Smarties because duh. They would pick out a little brain like stress ball. How adorable. I got these on Amazon. And then they would also pick out a brain sticker. So I had this little bag of brain stickers and then I'd send home a certificate. Rather than keeping this in this bag, in this bin, my thought is if I can organize the materials into this, then hopefully it will make things a little bit easier. So first things first, I'm gonna need to, well, I'm gonna have to adjust these shelves most likely because I want, yeah, I think I can bring this shelf down and can I fit, I think I can fit 4 across. Okay, so let me go ahead and like clear off the shelf. Why, thank you, I was gonna say, why is that not closing? Let me clear off the shelf and get that set up and then we'll start moving stuff around. Okay, I've not yet figured out how to remedy the situation because 4 of them do not fit across. But for now, I'm getting the labels put in the drawers, and I figured I would show you how I am doing that. This is literally just transparent tape. Now the labels, I printed them on cardstock and laminated them. Now these are my mini Sterilite drawer labels. So they are designed to fit these mini Sterilite drawers. So when I printed them just normal size and they automatically fit. Then to attach them, the reason I like to laminate them is because sometimes if the tape comes off, it's easy to move it around versus if you put them in as just cardstock, sometimes the tape will rip them. So that's my reason for laminating them. But I would put the label on the inside. I put a piece of tape here, so in the middle, each side on the top, and then on the inside, I don't know if you can see, but I put a piece of tape here on the side and here on the side. So I used 5 pieces of tape total. I have also used double-sided sticky tape. I would put like a little piece on each side. I just don't have any in my classroom right now, but that is another option for you. Update, I ended up moving the prize materials to this side of the bookshelf, and I think I like it because then this is all stuff that my students have access to. And then the other side, which I'll just show you this quickly, this is all my stuff. So like my teacher toolbox, my phone, extra copies, and then these are like the confetti poppers, extra prizes, extra candy, student snacks, fidgets, headphones, etc. And then one of the 3 drawer units is over here for nurse supplies. But then that way, everything that my students would need to be able to access is here. So I got rid of those magazine bins that I had from Big Lots. They were holding picture books on the bottom shelf, but my students never used them. So I removed them and then moved the shelves down. And I like that I still have space for extra chapter books on that bottom shelf. I've got the candy, so like I give my students a mint before every assessment. They can earn Jolly Ranchers for various things, and then I have some allergen-free candy. And then I have these drawers are all like the kind of certificate type things that I give in my class. So this is all Brain Booster, this is Golden Emerson, and I really like that I can just open up the drawer and it has everything organized. It'll be a little bit faster than trying to dig through a bin. This one would be things that my students can earn for prizes. So candy refers to other random candies like little bags of Skittles, things like that, stickers, and then prize passes are like no homework passes or free seat choice passes. Erasers, these are like the little 3D erasers I get on Amazon. And then I have some like festive pencils and pencil toppers. The prize box has all the rest of the prizes. So like the Kahoot socks I put in there. I've got little like notepads, things like that. And then I've got the Golden Emerson trophy. Then I moved one of the 3 drawer units over here to kind of my little entryway that I have into my classroom. And I have now a drawer for cap erasers, highlighters, and then extra caps. And I'll show you what I mean by extra caps in just a second. These are all like extra pencils that are sharpened and ready to go the students can pull from. This is my lost and found. I do have a label that I need to put on that. And then I moved my pencil sharpener. It used to sit on here, but I felt like it would get it really, really dirty, so I moved it over onto this extra table. And then I did also relabel down here where I keep my students' extra Chromebook chargers. I used to have it as 1 to 10 and then 11 to 20 or 21, but I upped it just to kind of allow for space in case I have a larger class size. So the extra caps refer to these. So I have extra glue caps and extra marker caps. Whenever a student has a marker that has dried out or their glue stick is gone before they throw it away, I have them put the cap in here. That way if a student loses a cap, I have extra, little teacher hack for you. So I'm gonna move these, I'm gonna move the erasers. These are whiteboard erasers. I will give each of my students one of these the first week of school. I have some extra markers I need to move, and then these are crayon boxes, which are gonna end up going in these bins at each group. Okay, I got the lost and found bin labeled, as well as some of my indoor recess bins I had to add labels to. Next order of business is relabeling my Chromebook organizers. Now, I had a little bit of a panic on Friday. I was here because I had to meet with my team teachers, and then I had to inventory our curriculum books. So currently out in the hallway, there's just a long line of all these boxes of books. And when I was here, one of my team teachers said, hey, because the kids are getting new Chromebooks this year that have like exterior cases, I don't know if they're gonna fit in the organizers. And I was like, ugh. So I thought about it throughout the weekend, and I actually ended up emailing our tech person and said, hey, you know, what's the deal with this? And she said they do fit, but rather than having every Chromebook in a different slot, we would have to basically alternate them. So there's gonna be an empty slot in between. So down in our lounge, we had an extra one. So I grabbed an extra. My thought is it'll be like, these hold 15, so like 777. Now these are just metal organizers. I actually found the exact ones on Amazon because when I was trying to make my labels, I needed to know how big the slot was. So I will link them for you. It's nice because they are very like heavy duty. But last year, I just put a piece of blue painter's tape with a number that I wrote in Sharpie and I stuck it on the inside. But this year, I want to attach, oh, that was already open, that's awkward. I want to attach actual numbers. So basically, like here's an example with the number 23. There we go. So I just printed little rectangles with the numbers on cardstock, laminated them. And just like the labels for the 3 drawer units, I didn't technically need to laminate them because they're gonna get taped down, but I like the lamination adds a level of like, I can redo it if needed. But my hope is, now I haven't tried this. Oh geez, okay. I should probably clear some stuff out of the way. My hope is that this will fit. Yes, okay. Obviously the number 23 is not going there, but you can see my vision. The number's just gonna go right there. Taping it is gonna be a challenge, but my thought is if I cut a piece of packaging tape that's that width, and then I can kind of wrap it underneath. So we'll see how this goes. Here is the finished product. I really like how it turned out. For each number, I basically used 2 pieces of tape. I would take one piece and I'd put it on the front part and then one piece and I wrapped it underneath because it wasn't quite long enough to like really make it stick down with just one piece. So by having 2, it felt much more secure. But I put 7 per rack, even though technically I could fit an 8th one here with these charging bricks, which I got these on Amazon along with the cables, along with the little sticky flags that are numbered. So I will link all of those for you if you are interested. Even though these charging bricks will hold 10, what I found last year is 10 was a little too much. So 7 was the perfect number. So by having 7, 7, 7, it worked out well that each one gets its own charging brick. And then I just ran the cable on the last one. Now, technically, I only have enough spots for 21. I could fit a 22nd one here and I can just move the cable over. If I have more than 22, I'm gonna have to get another one. But for now, I really, really like this setup and I'm confident that these numbers are gonna last all year. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it there for today, mostly because I can't spend a lot of time here. I've gotta go do some things, but I also wanna make sure that I can kind of process like the changes that I've made and go, okay, is that gonna work? Do I need to change anything else? But my plan for day 3, which I think will be my final day, I need to get the posters up on that wall. I need to label the 3 drawer Sterilite bins and get those put out at my groups. I need to clean up this table. I need to reorganize my closet a little bit, but it'll really just kind of be putting the finishing touches on things. So hopefully you enjoyed day 2. Stay tuned for day 3. Also stay tuned for some of the back to school prep with like the keychains and the pencils and all of that. But if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. As always, thank you for watching. I love you so much. Don't forget to put your positive pants on and I will catch you in the next one.